Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Right there. 54 miles. Check. Showing it. Hey, alert. Slam. 22.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Tight go.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down now, it's Carson, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there, 2-yard gain.
And it's third
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Come on, set. 10 logo. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, baby.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Go 60, plant. 6-6, pull it pop.
And now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Davis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
60 outlaw. Top.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
64, go.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 14.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
1st down, Seattle.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Carson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vernon Butler able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Leo. Hey, Alpha. Get it.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Locke going to go on 4th down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Returnable for Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They run it with Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang.
Here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
54 Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill. 14.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
What? 280. 59. I got it. Under 10. 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check. Watch the before. Watch the back.
This time, Wilson will throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Okay, ready? Hey, lock it. Watch my board. I know he ain't got it. Check 9.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That, his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. A nice gain at 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Davis. his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Carson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 22. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 19. Right there. 54.
Here's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Clock going to throw. And this one's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever. Now Locke. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And the blitz does come. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Look, squeeze.
Check 13. Check 13.
Protein spill. Gone. Yo, faster.
A big spot now for the rookie lock. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 8 yards on the pick up there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw, and he's got the hook up to Moore. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Lock. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, Jim. 12.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field.
Bang. Hey, alert.
Wilson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Hey, Foxtrot. Snap.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, it tells everyone that